you saying, Justice?
Yeah. So, do you have any tips for, let's say hiring outside your expertise? So, let's say you're not a technical person and you're hiring an engineer. Do you have any tips on the line of questioning or things to look for, maybe micro expressions that'll really give off if the person's trying to bullshit you or not?
Yeah, that's a great one. So there's a bunch of different tools. So if you're interviewing someone and taking very basic, I wouldn't say basic, but Google technical questions, right? If I'm looking for a Java engineer, there's a ton of tools on best interview questions for a Java developer, mid-level, senior, whatever. And you're going through those and running through those. If you're doing them virtually, you're looking for key signs on what's going on around them. If they're constantly looking down, maybe they're looking at an iPad. If they're looking at the screen and doing like this, then they've moved your screen and then Googling it. So there's a lot of virtual things that kind of go on that are really kind of interesting, right? Or I'll give you, and again, I'm a big story guy. I interviewed, this is the craziest one. I interviewed a candidate one time. It was for a Ruby engineer, and he was answering the questions, but I noticed that his voice was different. And not only was his voice different, it was like it wasn't matching his mouth. And I was like, hey, would you mind just kind of show me the room? Pick up your computer and show me the room. And he was really, really hesitant to do this. He didn't really want to do it. But I was like, hey, just show it to me. Because you look like you're looking above up here and you're doing this. And he did it, and his brother was answering the questions. It wasn't him. And it was the craziest thing. Right? So you got to pick up on those tips. I mean, people will, and then again, I've done another one. Hey, yeah, it's the wildest thing. Or you can do like, hey, share your screen. I just want you to share your screen. You can ask us questions. That's not a bad question. And then if they share the screen, now oh wow, you've got Google up, you've got Stack Overflow up, like you've got all these tools that you're looking at that are answering the questions that, wow, look at that. You just literally Googled the question I asked you.
Right.
Oh, hey, your answer is awesome. Wow, that's right out of Google. But anyway, it's just it's interesting. But yeah, I'd say pick up on those cues, and you can even do that over phone screens. If they're pausing, if they're seem like you've been muted, right? And so just like all of a sudden it just goes silent, right, for a second, and then it comes back. There's a lot of those, but I definitely encourage when you guys are trying to, like you said, hiring out of your comfort zone or something that you don't really know, pull somebody that you know. There's so many people that, and as I was mentioning earlier with the first software product that I ever did, the proof one, was there's so many people that are willing to give time because technologists love to talk about what they do. So if you can go to them and say, hey, I need an AWS cloud architect, and I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about this cloud stuff. Get your out to your network. And if you don't have a network, then you can always call me and I can get you a network, right? But you can get all those kind of people, and then people will say, yeah, I'll give you either questions and answers you can do, or I can give you 30 minutes of my time to review a resume, to actually screen the person. You just never know, and then maybe you give them a gift card, or whatever, or you may, whatever you choose to give them, they're interested in giving your time because, again, technologists, and I would even say beyond just technology, you're not hiring out, like even doctors and medicals, they just love their craft, and you're trying to find those ones that can help you.